Hi, Virgo. My name is Audrey Allison, and I'm happy to be here. Thanks so much for tuning in again. I appreciate it. We have been coming out of April, which is the most tense month of 2014. October will be similar, but April was still the most powerful as far as the eclipses, the Grand Cardinal Cross, and the Jupiter-Uranus and Pluto-Uranus opposition. So I hope that all of you Virgoans are making it out relatively unscathed. Let's get into it. For May, we have 2 Venus transits, 2 Mercury transits, a new moon and a full moon. Nothing crazy. But we do have something special happening on the 19th that I'll get into. So on the 2nd of May, Venus, planet of love and money, goes into Aries. She transits there, okay? So Aries for you, Virgo, is your 8th house of death and change and regeneration and sex and shared resources. Okay, so those of you Virgos who are waiting on hearing back regarding investors, investments, business partnerships or investors, accountants, waiting on memos from attorneys or taxes, inheritances, estates, wills, this will come through for you at the top of the month. Venus will be supporting any type of shared resources that you need to happen because you have the planet of money in the house of shared resources. It's super beneficial. It'll bring you what you are needing at that time. Also, if you are waiting on filling out forms for loans and things like that, and mortgages and banking forms, that's the time to do so, right at the top of the month, May 2nd through May 28th, because then she transits again. So use that time, use those 26 days with the support of Venus in that 8th house to go forward with those types of plans. On the 7th of May, Mercury, your ruling planet, transits and moves into Gemini. Its second ruling planet. Well, its first ruling planet, actually. But this is a super comfortable placement for you because Gemini is not only sharing that planet with you as a ruler, but Gemini is also a mutable astrological sign like you are. This will affect your 10th house of social status and career and limelight. Mercury wants you to express yourself more in this 10th house. Mercury will give you the support to write out a plan. For those of you who are writers, you could be getting a schedule down, writing it out, studying it, planning it, getting your ideas in order, and being very analytical at this time. Mercury will give you the support in that 10th house to finalize the finished touches you need on that career sector. On the 14th, we have a full moon. We're having our full moons ahead of new moons now. It's a full moon, 23 degrees Scorpio, so it's intense. But Scorpio for Virgo is the 3rd house of communication. So you have Mercury support with the communication, and you also have your 3rd house hit. For a full moons bring things to a head, culmination, change. Eclipses eclipse things out and bring change, but full moons illuminate what has not been seen, what has been hiding in the 8th or 12th house in the distance. So you could hear news or communications about something that you didn't realize was going on. Let me pull a card about this, or maybe just a couple of cards about this. I've been doing mini readings in my forecast this month. I don't know, I was overzealous, and I had the antsy bug to pull more than just one card at a time. So let me see in a little 4-card spread what's coming up for you. Knight of Swords, King of Swords, King of Coins, and Knight of Staffs. Okay, these are all people. Court cards, okay? Cutting evil out of your life. Getting rid of the dragon. Cutting the head off the enemy. But this is a mental card. This is an air card. Thought card. Rules the 3rd house, the Gemini sector. Your thoughts of removing a knight, the thinker, cutting a loss or cutting something out will make you feel more in command. You're going from the knight to the king. So you'll have more authority and control of your mind and your thoughts, and the master of your environment, your home, and your coin, your occupation, your income, your investments. And the Knight of Staff is considered relocation, or moving, or changing the scenery, moving things around. You could be relocating temporarily. There could be a reason that you have to get out of the home. Maybe, I don't know why I'm thinking termite extinction, but you might have to remove yourself from the home briefly in May and then come back into it. It doesn't feel like travel to me because, I don't know, it just doesn't. But it feels like you're just temporarily either really locating or temporarily out of the home for a little while. But you are learning to master the technique of your finances and gaining control of them. You're also coming to terms with maybe you don't have everything that you wanted right now, temporarily, but you will, okay? You can manifest that just by thought. Let me pull an astrological card too. I don't know why I'm doing the reading in the middle, but let's just see what happens. Cancer. Well, this comes into effect at the end of the month in your 11th house when Mercury transits into Cancer. So let me continue with the forecast and see what else we have here. We went over the full moon that we have in Scorpio. Now the 19th, Mars goes direct. Yay! Okay, so Mars has been stationed in Libra for a really bizarre length of time. Mars usually transits every 60 days. And he has been stationed in Libra for 5 months and will continue to be there through July 23rd of this year. Very rare for Mars to be in a sign for 7 months of the year. So, Mars being retrograde has given you very little energy in Libra, which is your second house of money. So Virgos might have had a really tight budget in April, and through the 19th of May, you will continue to have really slow money coming in. But that changes after May 19th. Mars being direct in this second house will improve your finances, and you'll be able to see more come in and save more at that time. So that's super positive. Excuse me. May 20th, the sun goes into Gemini. It's getting warmer in the northern hemisphere. This is also Gemini for you, is your 10th house again. So you've got the sun going into the 10th house, illuminating this sector for you. Mercury is there. The 28th, the new moon is at 7 degrees Gemini in this 10th house again. So we have the sun and the moon in Gemini. The dichotomy of these two planets in the 10th house will bring the manifestation of the social realm and the status that you are searching for into full effect. The new moon's also really important for you to plant your seeds of intention and write it down too, because with Gemini, the sign of writing and study and the mind and the intellect, probably have a really successful time manifesting and implementing your ideas if you write them down, because Gemini will even enhance that. Excuse me. On the 28th, again, we have another thing happening, which is Venus's second transit into Taurus. So having ruling Taurus, Venus is comfortable in this placement, and this is in your 9th house of philosophies and religions and far away travel, distant locations. Excuse me, I have to take a small drink of tea because I have a cough or something. Sorry about that. Okay, so I heard something as I did that. You're going to be beautifying your location to maybe remind you of something exotic, and maybe you're going to bring in some exotic plants into the home or make your home seem like you're on vacation, something like that. Venus could tend to beautify that kind of realm, but you would benefit from actually going somewhere outside of the country at the end of May or booking that trip because it's important. May 29th, your ruling planet, Mercury, transits into Cancer again. That's the astrological card I pulled. This is affecting your 11th house. Gemini going into Cancer, I'm sorry, Mercury. Mercury moving into Cancer will affect your 11th house of friendships and clubs and organizations and your goals and wishes. So, for those of you Virgos who have been distant in relationships, Mercury supporting this will maybe get you talking to friends that you haven't in a while, or in touch or in communication with people that you haven't spoken to in quite some time. It's a positive transit. Also, Mercury will be bringing study and mental agility to any clubs or groups that you belong to. So you could spend your time thinking about how you can be better suited for these organizations, or how you can fit in with them, or your schedule and your time. Let me pull a few more cards for you, Virgo, and see what else is happening. I'm just making sure I covered all the transits. I'm trying something new. I have a little poster board up here that I've created, and instead of looking down all the time so you see the top of my head, I'm just looking to the right instead. It's little things. I'm new still, relatively new at this. We'll try to master this. Okay. The Empress. This is obviously children, but for you females out there, it could mean pregnancy. It could also mean hormonal issues or things that you need to tend to via a doctor, just to get your checkup and your health together in your routine. And then also, the Nine of Wands is sacrifice, and that makes sense with this card, because those of you with children have probably had to make some extreme sacrifices in order just to have them. But what this could also mean is this card is overcome with passion, and the fire in it is burning and creating a lot of smoke. So I pulled these two together, or in the same spread. So what I'm thinking is, you might need to take that time for you. It's okay to sacrifice because you have to, but don't forget about this person, okay? That person, not just this person. But don't forget about yourself. I mean, there is a nurturing element to this, and you might need to take some time, and that vacation that you plan in the 9th house should be without your kid. That would be a good thing. The vacation you plan in the 9th house should be without the children. I'm also hearing that again. So it might be something that you need to do with the loved one or by yourself. I hope you have a beautiful June, and I will see you soon. My name is Audrey Alison, and this was your forecast for May. You can reach me at audreyallison.com or at Audrey Allison Astrology and Tarot on Facebook. Thanks so much, Virgo. I'll see you next month. Talk to you soon.